It was the beginning of July. All of a sudden I started having pain down here in my bottom, thinking it was my tooth. Went to the dentist. They said, there's nothing wrong. Okay. Went a couple more weeks. I said, there's something wrong. So I went back, and he did x-rays. Nothing's wrong, but you know what? You may have an infection. So they put me on antibiotics, 5 different ones, for a month, trying to kill this infection I didn't have, and nothing was working. So I go back again. I said, you've got to do something. Pull the tooth. He said, you know what? You've already had a root canal. You could not be having pain. So he said, I'm going to send you to an endodontist. So I went to an endodontist. The endodontist didn't see anything from the x-rays, but he started probing around with this heat thing, and he goes, whoops, that's where it is. So he gives me a root canal, go home, still in pain down on the bottom. So then I go back to my dentist the very next day. He said, okay, let's go ahead and just do the root canal next to the one you keep complaining about. He did not want to do it, but he said he knew I was in pain. And so we did that root canal. A couple days later, after the numbness wore off from the anesthetics, okay, then I said, something's wrong. So I go back in, and he goes, let's just let everything calm down. So I would pace at home. I was just miserable. I couldn't sleep at night. I would be crying all the time, depressed. And then it was this weird feeling. It's almost like when you have endorphins, when you're walking, you feel good. When this pain hit you, it's like you can't concentrate, you can't think. I just felt like something's wrong with me, you know. And at times you even feel like I don't want to live anymore. It's so and I'm a very happy person, so it didn't make sense to me. So I go back to my dentist, my sweet dentist, and he said, I could pull your teeth. I don't want to do that. He said, I'm going to send you to an oral surgeon. I go in, now this is 3 months later. I go to my oral surgeon, and right away, after reading all my notes, he said, let me just ask you a few questions. He said, I know exactly what it is. It's trigeminal neuralgia. I went, what is that? He said, it's not your teeth. I said, but it is. He said, listen to me, it's not your teeth. And I said, he goes, and the only cure for this is anti-seizure medicine or brain surgery. And he said, but I want to do a CAT scan to make sure there's no tumor pressing on your trigeminal nerve. And I'm thinking, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm by myself. He goes, is your husband with you? I go, no. And he goes, well, have him call me if you have any questions. So I leave. I just sat on the side of the road. I couldn't believe what he was telling me, you know. It was so scary, okay? So I called my husband, and he said, baby, we'll just go home. We'll look this up. We go home, we got on the internet, and I just put in trigeminal neuralgia, and all these sites start popping up, and all of a sudden, here the Med Center pops up, and they have testimonials. So I start looking, I kept playing it over and over, and I'm like, well, that sounds like me. So I waited a couple days, I kept thinking about it, praying about it, so I called them. They were so sweet, the staff was so sweet, so I was on for like an hour. So my husband came home. I said, you got to talk to them, honey, this could be my hope. So he talked to him, and they were on the phone with him for 2 hours, almost till 10 o'clock at night, just going over, you know, everything. And so we thought, okay, this could be the hope. So let me see, it was like the next day, I woke up, and he goes, let's just pray for about a week, make sure, because you're going to another state, you know, we don't even know them, who they really are. So we prayed. Next morning, I woke up because I had a terrible night's sleep. I was sitting on my back porch. He came and he goes, and I was just crying. I said, I'm so depressed. He said, okay, call him, see when you can get in. So I made a call, and it was like on a Friday, and they said, okay, if you can be here Sunday, we'll fit you in, and we'll make, you know, for Monday morning. So come Sunday night, when you get close, give us a call, and we'll meet you over there. I got in at 7 at night. The doctors met me over there. You know, and I told them my story, and they said, okay, we're starting the next morning. Well, I mean, it's been great since. I mean, my very first treatment, my first moment of some relief. Now, everybody's different. You know, it's going to take some patients longer. You cannot be discouraged, because I know it works. I'm almost there. I'm almost totally pain-free, and I think I'm going to go home in a couple days. So I just want to thank the staff. It's like you're at home when you're with them. And I mean, don't give up. This is the answer. It's not the medication, and it's not brain surgery, because I talked to many patients that were here that had like up to 3 surgeries. They're still in pain, and now they're here, and I see them leaving totally whole. So this is the answer, and I thank God for this. I give all the glory to God.